Party settings.
Oh, fuck.
Why did you call yours?
What you doing?
You hear me, Angie?
Oh, okay. Well, call me when you finish eating. Well, actually, I'm gonna go
Cause
take a shower,
this
take the
is
trash out, do something. I'll call you back in like an hour, 40 minutes. All right.
dude, Kappa.
Funny as
He be
fuck.
capping like shit, bud. All right, you do what I tell you,
How much? How much we need
so
for
she can
recording?
get in here. Oh, we can just keep going, cause honestly, it really don't matter. I just need her to.
See,
I
that's
just
why.
need her to have her settings allowed so we can hear her voice as well.
That's why I said.
How do I do that?
Go to party. Go to
I'm yes.
you go to party settings.
Oh, I gotta go to the settings. Fuck.
Yeah, you go to
Yeah.
party settings.
All right, hold on. Give me a second.
Oh
Just
Lord.
hold down to go to the chat, game chat, like the headphone screen. Go to click on the headphones.
Jamel, do me a favor
Um.
and just remove George from the chart from the party chat.
Hmm?
So
Yep.
go to view profile.
No, 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 no. Just go to the party screen, like when it says party and three people.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now on the right side, it should say party settings, right under view other parties.
Okay, so I must have to go to the party screen. So hold on.
Yeah. Just click where it says view party. Party settings. Where to go?
Okay, I see it. Party settings, and
Yep. And
then
then allow voice to be
Wait,
shared.
how do I change people out?
You go to messages, go to players, and then you got it. But so it says allow your voice to be shared. Make sure.
okay, always allow.
Yep.
Okay, well, send me a man.
All right.
Huh?
All right.
We got this.
So we got this. Well,
Damn, I
wait.
gotta piss.
Well, hurry up, go pee.
Wait, hurry up, because we not talking.
But say you gonna
I
chill and
already
talk.
did.
What? Oh no, she did
Jamil,
not.
I
No.
think I need a diaper because I think I just like
Oh no, she's T. That is
I'm
some
just playing.
terrible. Oh shit.
Was that too exclusive?
Shitty boy.
Shitty booty.
Shitty booty. Hell nah. But hell nah. That shit was such an interesting little conversation I had though.
Oh, oh shit. Hold on. Angie,
Yeah.
start. Jalen usually starts on point. He's the host. Kuma leads.
Yeah, whatever. I'm about to say she can be whoever she want to be.
Huh? You
But,
want me to say my name?
yeah, if you want to say your name, a made up name, what it don't matter.
Oh, y'all can just call me Marley Mars and this bitch.
You gonna say it yourself,
Uh,
shit.
Is
Fuck
there no
it.
cussing?
Oh shit, we on air right now actually. You smooth.
Um, Marley Mars. That's we going. I'm gonna use my game chat. You feel me? My game name. You feel me?
Your
you already know who
your
it is.
game.
Triangle 614.
Yes sir,
And you already know
yes
who
sir.
it is. It's Marley Mars and this bitch.
Oh shit! All right. Well, so does
It's
body.
going
So
down.
honestly, does body counts matter? Just
Who's to start this off?
cause I ain't
You
shit.
know what?
Cause body counts. Shoot, for
So
me.
well, hold on.
Oh, you
So
wanna go
I got a
first?
question about that.
Okay.
So okay, so it's about the voice stuff. Can I say that while we recording?
Yeah. What's going on? Yeah.
Okay, so how does this work?
What do you
Cause
mean?
okay, so like you know how like who's like recording from their end? Are somebody that's
I'm
just one
recording.
sided?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
recording.
okay,
And all your voice is being shared just like we're in a party like regular. So that's just how it goes.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah.
Okay. But okay, let's get back on topic though, because yeah.
Does body counts matter?
But does body count matter?
Mm.
I feel like it does. Just because one, if you're a female, from the female, point of view,
Right.
if you're a female and you have like a large amount of body count, that just really tells the type of person you are. You feel
Mm.
me? Like just because like, as a woman you should value yourself more and your body is your temple. You feel me? A lot of people don't really say that much, you know, nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like I feel like your body's your temple. You should value yourself more, and you know, that's for a man too. You feel me? Like
Right.
you shouldn't just be passing that thing around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because everybody don't deserve it, and if you do one day end up, you know, messing with somebody, and you just don't never know. Because like, if somebody has a large amount of bodies like that,
Mm-hmm.
what if somebody gave them something and they just, you know, at this point they just don't care?
Right.
You
Oh.
feel me? Like you really have to be cautious with people because you just don't know.
Okay. So I got a question about that thing. About your little thing. Is it more of a moral thing for you than an experience thing? Because there's two sides of this. Because
Well,
you know what I
I feel
mean.
like it's a moral thing
You
for
more of a
me.
moral thing.
Experience, I could care less if you got experience.
Mm.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like if I love you and if I'm trying to be with you,
Right.
experience don't matter because we just gonna try it out together
For real. Okay.
and we gonna make it work.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So
Makes sense.
experience don't matter.
Okay. 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 So
So that's
so
my point.
so what you think, Jim? What you think, Trigon? Trigon. What's going on? What's going on?
You really want my point of view? Well, I'm the type that's like, if you know, for the fellas and the sisters that's out there that might be in the same boat, I feel like I would like a girl who got less bodies, but
Mm.
also is experienced.
Mm.
I would
Okay.
like to go with somebody who's experienced, just as I'm experienced. Like,
Ah. Mm.
cause there be some people that be like, I don't want to, he not doing much. He don't know what he doing.
Mm.
He whack or be guy to be like, man,
Mm.
she just
So.
can't even throw back
Get
no
it?
more. She just
she dead fish? Oh
yeah,
no.
she just dead fish flopping around.
Oh
Like
no.
you want a body that can that can like the chemistry, like y'all both can
Mm-hmm.
love
Right,
moving
making
and
love. Yeah, yeah.
moving and like matching. Like oh, like she throwing it, he throwing
Hmm.
it. Like
So,
instead of one person doing all the work and
so
then the other
this is
person might be
interesting.
doing all the other work. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it matters on it don't but it does matter on body count because I would like me an experienced girl, but I mean I don't mind a girl that's not experienced
Mm-hmm.
because you know she is I think that you can also be as well too.
Right.
But
Right.
that's just my kind of point of view. But yeah,
That's right.
Okay. So
And
what?
that's respect
So
to me. You feel
then.
me? Everybody got their own opinion.
true, true.
Because you basically saying like you want both, right? Which all we know in real life, you know, life, we're not gonna get both. So, so let's be honest. Let's make this interesting. So what you gonna trade off? Do you want to have more experience or less bodies? Like you can't have both with it. So which one would you rather have?
You innocent.
You innocent. You innocent.
Pure body over here. Okay,
Innocent
pure,
where?
pure. My
Innocent
guy.
where?
Oh my God,
Oh
a
my.
child.
I'm
Mm-mm-mm.
weak. Don't you even go
Oh
there.
God, you tripping? Nah,
I chose the
But
side of the
honestly,
game.
like what I can say is, like
Yeah, I heard you first. And
you
then
gotta
we'll kind
you
of
gotta you gotta be like this though. Like you know, like when you're in the heat of the moment,
Yep.
it just feels like a lifetime. You feel me? Like you just gotta say it like that. So necessarily, let's be real. Like you don't know just because that person has a lot of bodies, you don't know if they have experience. You don't know if they good at what they do. Why do they have a lot of bodies?
yeah.
You
So
feel
then,
me?
so then,
You never know.
in that same sense, would it be fair to judge them if they do have a lot of bodies?
Honestly, I would never judge anybody just because of the fact that they have a lot of
Mm,
bodies, but I would never put myself in a situation if I know, like, you know, it's a red flag, basically. Like,
Well,
I'm just looking at it as a red flag. Like, you know, and I'm a female, so it's different. Like, I don't know if it's different for males. You know, I'm just, you know, that's just the female point of view, just how I feel. Like, I just feel like it's a red flag. Like, you know.
it's a red flag
But I'm
for
not
you.
gonna never judge anybody. You feel me? I won't never judge anybody. But I just don't know. It would just
To
make me
me,
look different. Like,
to me, real
let's ask the
talk.
real question.
but I could never say that because what if I was in that position? You feel me? Let me put myself in their shoes. What if
Right.
that was me? You feel me? What if that was me? But
My
you know, I have more respect for myself as a female, so I know it couldn't be me. And a lot of boys, they be looking at females a certain way. You know, just like with the name calling and you know, like
name calling. What you mean by that?
You like a lot of like yeah, like basically if you have a lot of bodies as a female, you really males.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
supposed
like
to be
they be
some down though.
like you're a a hoe or just saying like crazy stuff and I'm just like look okay like at this point I know this ain't gonna work like you feel me like that's just the same looking at a boy and as a girl, on their point of view, it depends, like, especially, like you said, on your age preference, like the age, like what time, like, what age did you really start doing this? Like, you feel me? Like, what you really want? Because,
Yeah.
like, you can't really hold yourself down. Like what you doing for real? Like, you getting
Oh,
in a relationship every 6 months or something? Like, what's going on? Like,
we really asked the real main question with all
What
this.
you think?
Real question is, why would a person like you saying? Real question is, what would make a person want to or have so many bodies?
All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
See, that's the thing. Just like she said before, it might be the spur of the moment, but
right? Like, you
never
a
know
lot
what
of
happened to a person's life to make them just have bodies, or it can be a
yeah,
connection or
but
something.
yeah.
but the thing is,
You
it could
never
be that
know, but
spur
a
of
lot
the
of people they
moment.
just fuck with people. Like they
You're
just
right.
that's how they do. Like you feel me? That's just what they know. It's like it's more of a mentality thing. Like that's what they know. That's what they see. You feel me? That's what they were taught. You feel me?
Right.
That's what they know. A lot of people like I know some people like that. Like like they just been around stuff like that. Like they family did stuff like that. They encouraged stuff like that. So they thought it was cool and okay. So. A lot of people just start out and just be like, you know what? Oh, I'm gonna just do this. A lot of people like to
Right.
be cool about certain things, especially boys. Some boys, they like to do that too. They like to,
Yeah,
clown or joke around with they boys about how many girls they was messing with or,
man.
like, I just thought, me being in high school, back then, like, I used to never think
Secure
that
the
was
room.
cute.
We need
Don't
to
let me get
protect the
on high
biohazard
school.
container.
Lord, how many
In high
people?
school talking
High
about,
school.
man,
How
I
many
was messing
people
with the
that
teacher. He
lied
got
about
me,
that?
my grades is
Oh,
up. Like, I got all A's. Like, bro, what? You
High
messing with the
school.
teacher?
High
Like,
Found the
you
school.
recording
biohazard
and shit?
container.
be
High school was
lying.
different.
Oh my goodness.
High school
Jesus
was
Christ.
different
Be
breed.
lying like crazy.
High school was really a different breed, for like, what?
Shit, most people really do lie about that shit because they think it's cool. But then some people like, let's say like for instance, it's a girl that went to school with
10
us
seconds to insertion.
that turned out to be in the porn industry.
5 seconds
Well,
I
left.
think she just does it for pleasure in my sense because she's not getting as much money. But
a lot of
it
people do that, though.
Located the
yeah, so it's
biohazard
like
container.
I don't like
It's really a pleasure thing.
it's just depending on the person how this stuff
Some people just like to feel.
yeah, some people just like to fuck.
I
People
never
that
really understood that.
like
Like,
to
don't get
express
me
their
wrong. Like, I
bodies.
know it's good, but it's like, chill. Like, you
It
still
could.
gotta, put, like, a stop on it just because you don't want to be out here looked as that. Like, like, it's different. A lot of females are different. A lot of males are different. Like, some girls, they get a taste of that shit and it's crack. Like, you feel me? Like, they just be like, oh, yeah, like, I gotta have it. You feel me? Like, it just be, just like some boys be on that same method, like, oh, yeah, like, I'm taking it from somebody. You feel me? Like, that's when it leads to other problems. You feel me? That's when it leads to, like, other things.
I'm reloading.
Plus, like, you gotta understand, like, a person that got a lot of bodies like that, let's get deep into it. If y'all want to really get deep into it, let's get deep into it because spiritually,
I knew
yeah,
it.
I
was
said it.
waiting for it.
Yeah,
I
I
was
said it.
waiting. I was
Yeah, I
waiting.
said it.
I was like, somebody gonna bring it, and I'm waiting for it.
For real,
Okay, what you mean
spiritually,
by
let's be real,
Yeah, what you mean
spiritually,
by
because
spiritually?
when you mess with that many people, you are building a connection with them people, okay? People don't understand that. Let's be real, because after this life, it's something different. You don't never know what's going to happen. You just don't know what, there are demons out there, let's be real. People done been faced with so many things. People, like, soul ties is a thing. Every time that you mess with somebody, a piece of you is in them, and a piece of them is in you. You feel me? That's why sometimes it be so,
The same person over and over
yeah,
again.
and sometimes it be so hard for you to leave that person because you're feeding for them for real, because it's like, dang, I like the way they did this. You feel me? Like, I'm salty for real. And then that's when people end up going back. You feel me? Like, a lot of people end up going back. So if that one person does not work out best believe, excuse me, but best believe, you know. You feel me? Like, and it's just like, if you're a person like, you're not like me, like, for example, like, you know, I just know, like, yeah, you know, a lot of people, they say, you know, sex before marriage and all that. Okay, but it didn't work out like that, you know? So it's like, I just feel like, you know, in certain situations, you still have a time to, you know, change your preference of everything and change your life around. You know, like, I don't know, like, but you know, like, spiritually, it's deep. It's really deep.
You can go so many ways with it. So many ways.
So many ways. There's so many levels to this. You feel me? Unless you really out here and you want to be like that. You don't care, and you just like, you know what? Forget all that spirit. You know, you know, all that spirit stuff, and forget all that. Like, I don't care about none of that. I'm just gonna do what I want to do because this is me. A lot of people do that. They just be like, you know what? I don't care. Like, I'm gonna just hop in the next relationship with this person, and I'm gonna just see if it works. If it don't work, then I'm gonna keep trying until it works.
What's that song? On to the next.
For real, like.
So then this opens up this question though. It's like there is people out there that see the performance in the bedroom as negative, right? As negative and a positive. So in your thought process, so if it's a person you dating, right, and they got low body count, sex is terrible, so you willing to take your time, build that all the way up to your liking, and then continue that one that way, or are you gonna be like,
hold on,
find someone better? You know.
You said they got a little thing.
Yeah, and just like little tiny.
I feel like if you really care about somebody, you ain't gonna be looking at all that. You feel me? You're not gonna be looking at all that. You're gonna be looking at the person that they are, and the person, you know, their personality and all that. That's just how I feel. You feel me? That's how I look at people.
Yeah, for sure,
you know, I don't never really. I try not to judge people because, you know, I wouldn't want nobody to judge me.
Right.
You feel me? Who am I to judge? That's not my problem. You feel me? Like, if you love them, then that's all you need for you just need to love. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, forget the sex, forget all that. Because at the end of the day, it's all about intimacy for real. It's a connection. If the connection ain't there and y'all don't have a vibe every time you're in the room, or you feel like I don't get you to that point when I walk in the room, and you feel me, we can just be by each other and sit down. Yeah, it ain't meant to be.
Okay. So more of everything when it comes to sex, it's just spiritually for you. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I feel like, you know, when people, you know, you do that when you're ready. You feel me? There's no rush on that. Yeah, like there's no rush on that. Like, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna care. Because if you making me feel good and I'm making you feel good, well, who cares?
Right, we cool.
Like, it don't matter.
So then.
But I mean, it would be nice. You can like.
That's why I asked the question. So that's why I asked the question, because you didn't answer it. So
but it would be nice. But if it don't happen like that, then it don't happen. You feel me?
Right.
I don't care.
So does that play a pivotal thing for you in your relationship? Is that pivotal to you?
Like, would that hurt me?
No, I'm saying like I'm saying like if you have sex with a person that's just not good, it's just not. Is that pivotal to your relationship, or you feel like
honestly,
you feel like your spiritual
we could try. Honestly, we could keep trying until it get better.
Sound a little hesitant now.
That sound like some diced pineapples right there.
I am crying and shit.
Like you said, we can try.
See, and it's gonna get me salty, but it's like at the end of the day, we can still try to. You know, that's when you. That other person, that's when communication comes into effect. Right. Tell that person how you feel. Okay, listen, you really not making me feel right. I feel uncomfortable as fuck. Like, you feel me? Like, you gotta make me feel like this. I like it like this. And then, you know, you probably gonna have that same preference. Anybody, like, you know, you just gotta fix the problem. You feel me? Like, you love that person just because it's not working in the bedroom. Don't mean that is that gonna just change your whole preference as that person that you fell in love with? Like, you feel me? Like.
So then, Jamel, how you feel about that? Then I'm over asking her all the questions. How you feel about that, Mr. Try?
He being it.
Well, I'm tired. Listen, like I ain't saying that much. I'm just saying, like that's true and all.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes
Bye.
The things we want in life, we just cannot get.
I'm weak as Jamel, I feel like he is that type to be like, look, it ain't working. He got his bags packed by the front door. Like, look, I can't do this shit no more.
What makes you think like my bag is just backed up the door? Like,
Hey, and I don't know why I'm picturing fucking orange bags, bro.
I mean, you gotta say, you know, orange is my favorite color.
Fucking your PlayStation is successfully wrapped and shit perfectly to the perfection. Like, fuck. Like, you know you fucked up, man.
So what you trying? So Jamel, so you ready to go, Jamel? That's what you saying? You just like?
No, I'm not ready. I'm the type like.
No, I'm saying like the person
We not married. We not married.
Spiritually though. Like
No.
that's the question.
Who matches me spiritually? I'm love it. We not married, but it's for me. If I know you messing with me and we connecting, like this is this.
Right.
You know,
but
for better for worse, death do us part.
Right.
Like on some real stuff.
But that's
what
all
if you
good,
fucking with a girl and she don't want to really fuck you until y'all married?
Oh no! Wait! Let her answer.
Hold on. Say that in a second. Say that. Say that real quick. Say that one. Say that.
It's just like.
What's your question?
The question was: is you mess with this person spiritually, like you'll connect, and this is like your soulmate. But in the bedroom is just not it. It's just not it. Period. You feel me? So it's like, what you doing?
Nigga, I'm packing my bag.
No.
Oh wow.
Sorry, no.
I ain't packing my bag. I'm not packing my bags.
Okay. What you doing?
I am not the alpha male for no reason.
Oh, okay. This is new.
You doing what?
I said I'm not an alpha male for a reason. It's time for me to teach you some lessons about the sex games.
Oh,
crack my neck, crack my fingers.
And then what if they don't like it? What if you ever have a girl suck your fingers?
What the fuck? Actually, I had to bite my thumb and.
Listen, bro, we can't get too exclusive in this.
This is what this podcast is.
It can go down.
This is just to be for sure. This is hats off, right?
Yeah, this is hats off.
Bitch getting fucked, bro. Let's be honest. She getting destroyed. I'm showing her the ways. We going in. We going in. X, take a deep breath.
Hey.
Like, we in this. Like, you don't gotta explain.
And daddy gonna go crazy when he find out that his baby from.
You gonna end up having experience, and then second, you gonna enjoy. And if you don't, we can always change the game, baby. It's gonna be nothing but me having to do some crazy stuff, or you doing crazy stuff to me, and won't get down like that. Yeah.
So you're saying like you gonna rush into what you do best. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not gonna rush in. I'm gonna take it as nice as possible. Like, I'm gonna be nice.
You're another freak.
Yeah, I am. Shut up.
Saying your government is in my picture on the fucking thing and shit like this. Like fuck. Like what the fuck is really going on?
That's her. She said
Let me change my profile picture real quick.
Yeah, that's her, officer. That's the one who said in the podcast. Bam. But yes, I am a freak. I'm a big freak. Okay.
Be a freakly.
I'm a freak. I'm proud. I'm never ashamed. I'm proud, but I'm the type. I am also a gentleman. I do have manners and respect for others too. So,
because you just said you was going to destroy somebody in the bed, my nigga.
I mean, but think about it. If she wants me to, then yes, I'm like that.
But that's the question. If she doesn't like it, what's your reaction? What you doing? That's the thing.
Oh, then I'm like talk to her and be like, I'm sorry. Like, what did I do wrong? Tell me. I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna have the most stunning look that I have right now. Like, tell me what was wrong about all that just happened.
She wasn't start crying and shit because she got her bag back and they blew.
You never said stop. Did you like it so much that you just found out your true nature? Or
I'm with this person.
Or you just like,
What if she hit you with I'm gay?
That shit crazy.
Y'all
Damn,
ever
that's
had a
crazy.
girl go gay
Damn,
after y'all messed around?
that's crazy
Nope.
because I like girls too.
Nope.
Bye.
I have never had no girl tell me
Yeah,
that.
that's crazy.
I've always had the opposite.
Mm.
That's why.
That is crazy.
Now, if a girl go gay after you then did that,
Yeah,
then
it's something
that you
wrong.
going outside. It's something wrong
It's
with
going out
with what you.
bad.
If she wanna talk, I'm all game for talking.
Like fuck talking, I'm done.
Stuff.
Oh man, this is another thing. All right, so we done with that combo. So what you think about this? What you think about this? Let's say if you dating someone, right, and they love another person, but they ask you this question. Right? They say, "Hey, I love you, but I love this person too. Can we be together?" You saying yes to that?
Can y'all all three be together?
So she want a poly relationship. She want a polygon relationship.
Polygon relationship. So what you doing with that? You gonna say yes? You gonna say no?
I'm saying hell no.
Whoa. Time out, stop. Pause it. Edit it. Refix it. Is the other person she like, is she a girl or a guy?
Honestly, it'd probably be the opposite sex.
So it's a.
So it would be a guy.
So two.
So like, so if
I'm
it
not
was
fighting.
like
I'm not
me
fighting.
and
I'm
Angie,
not.
it'd be a guy. If
I'm not fighting.
Bro.
I'm not fighting over nothing.
You're not fighting. So you
I'm
telling
not
me?
fighting.
So you telling me for the love of your life, you're not gonna share?
Damn, love you.
No.
Body chemistries.
Interesting.
That's like a nigga
Sex.
coming up to me like, look, I love you, but I love this other girl too. Can we all be? No, the fuck, leave me the fuck alone.
And
Why
then
you even
he look
bring
at
this
you
shit
and
up?
be like, "Yes, I already have a kid with this girl."
Oh
We want you
yeah,
in
I
our-
kill him.
Hey,
No, that's
you know
that's-
what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I actually no. Listen. I
I'm
actually
listening.
worked at a guy. Y'all remember when I worked in the department that I work in the store now?
Right.
Out in
Yeah,
Paris. There's a guy that I'm cool with, and he's actually, I ain't giving out no names that's on his information, but he's actually in that. Like,
Oh,
he has a wife, 3 kids, 4 I think, and actually he got a 4th one on the way. And he's actually, his wife be like, he texts, gets the A-OK. We was actually talking about it, and he actually does that.
Right.
Like, he actually was like, yeah, my wife, it was cool. I can go talk to her, see if she get in. He showed me pictures like girls he used to date. He's like, yeah, she used to work here. Everything was great. I used to go to sleep next to both of this. Like, it was awesome. And then I just don't understand. And I was like, wow, that is the
Because
life.
for
Like,
me, honestly, I get that. I understand that fully, but that right there, I'm too selfish. Maybe that's just me. I'm way too selfish.
and
for that.
see, crazy as it is, he said his wife used to always be like, I feel like you're going to leave me for one of these girls because they're going to be better. And then you're going to leave me with the kids in his name. He was like, why would I ever leave you? We're married. I love you.
Right.
You had my kids. You are the woman of my dreams, and you give me everything I want. Why would I ever leave my main income for a side paycheck? And I was like, damn.
That's powerful. That's
Facts.
powerful.
Facts.
All right,
Facts.
so then I'm gonna
And I
change the
was
question
like,
here.
damn, I felt like that. Why would I leave my main that's letting me do this just to go for the macaroni, even though macaroni can be real creamy and good.
Real creepy.
But who giving up that pork chop or that steak?
Exactly. So who
Who giving up that burger with the Swiss cheese and mushrooms?
Nigga, I'm the T-bone.
I'm hungry now.
I'm hungry now. No,
I'm hungry.
But let me put you.
Shit, I'm a meal dinner. I'm a full course dinner.
Let me put you in a scenario though. Let me put you in a scenario though. You gotta say yes. You gotta say yes to it, right? Let's say you in that situation. What do you do in that situation? Because me, I would try to steal my significant other. Like that would be my thing if I'm in a significant other all the time. I'll try to take her away from the other one all the time. And honestly,
I see what
like
you
you know what I mean? Because like I don't. There's no other way I can think of that. Because no other dude gonna be touching my girl at any time. So it's like it's a weird thing. It's a weird scenario.
Yeah.
So what would you do?
Like, see, in that situation, okay, if I just ever was to be like, yeah, It's fine, and I would do it. Honestly, I feel like this would make me just step my game up, so that she would mainly be more of wanting to do things with me and less be like, because you know it always be like that. It always you picking favorites. You messing with, you ain't eating your Brussels sprout, but you sure is eating them broccolis. I need you to eat all that. You need to take in both, but. I'm the broccoli with the cheese. That are just chemistry and adventurous. That always attracts the girl more. But then they'd be like, well, the other one is the opposite.
Right.
Kind of like the movie I was watching. What was it? Kind of like, it was like Army of Two, but it was called, I forgot what it's called. But she was like, they both were friends, and they was dating the same girl, and she was dating both of them. One guy, she said, when I have sex with him, we making love. Like he loves me, passionate. The other guy, he fucks me. He fucks me how I want to be. He fucks me rough. She gave him two opposite, and together it was like the perfect like yin and yang almost. You would have said you got the one that loves and the one that fucks you rough.
Yeah.
And no matter what, they both. Yeah.
So what you thinking, Angela? What you thinking?
What about the poly relationship?
Yeah, if you had to be in a relationship, how would you maneuver through it? Like, how would you maneuver through it?
Like, if I honestly, if it was like another girl, I wouldn't be fucking with it. I probably would leave for real.
Leave quick.
I probably wouldn't even, if he ever brought that up to me, I would probably just leave him after he brought that up. Cause I'm the type of person. If you gonna be with me, you gonna be with me, and that's it. I'm not trying to, like, you know, cause I just, it's just nasty. Like, I just think that's doing too much. Like, and then like, if I have kids with you, what am I gonna explain to my kids when they get older? Like, I don't have time for that. And then you gotta understand something. Generational curses, like them, that's real. That's a thing. So it's like, when your kids end up getting older, and then they, you know, they monkey see, monkey do. You feel me? They're gonna realize what's going on. You feel me? Because kids are smart. They catch on to things. So they're gonna actually, you know, what if you got a daughter? You feel me? Your daughter is in a relationship like that. Like, you ain't gonna like that.
Yeah, because
let's be real. Let's be real.
Like, well, I just see my dad do it, so I feel like this is the right way to do it.
Right, like my dad is basically, my parents are role models.
Like, male, female, they always gonna see that parent do it, or see the older sibling do it. Whoever they look up to, whoever's the oldest, like that's my dad, that's my mom, that's my older brother, sister. Right. They always look up to that person, and whatever they do, they will end up copying.
And you gotta look at it like this: everything that you do in your life has an action and a consequence. Everything has a reaction. So anything that you do, and you feel like it's not gonna be a big deal, it's gonna be a big deal because you're passing all that on to your children. You feel me? Like, we gotta be realistic here. You feel me? And a person like me, I want kids. You feel me? Like, you know, I always say that. Like, I do want kids. Like, I just wanna be, you know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you perfectly.
Okay, I don't know, my connection dropped. But, you know, I'm the type of person, like, I want kids. So, you know, like, for example, like, you know, I want to set a good example for my kids, and I want to be a role model. You feel me? Like, just because, like, you know, even though, like, I ain't got kids now, like, I've got siblings, you feel me? They looking up to me. What if they looking at their big sister, like, dang, like, my sister really got 2 dudes, and she really, like, married and got a whole nother dude. Like, I'm about to do that, too. Like, either way it goes, it's just like, why? You feel me? Like, but I wouldn't personally do nothing like that. Just cause, like, I just want to be with one person for real, and we just be chilling, and that's it. I ain't trying to be with no other person for real. Now, I mean, let's be real. Back then, you know, when I'm growing up and shit, threesomes was kind of just like, oh, like, wow. Like, I would have, you feel me? Like, it was just like a fantasy.
She got 3 boyfriends.
It was a fantasy.
Well, speaking of
but
children,
it was always like, 2 girls.
For kids, what do you think, Jamel, Mr. Trigon, what do you think when it comes to kids? Like, would you want to have a daughter, a son, 2 sons, 3 sons? What's the limit for you? What's the limit on the kids?
Limit?
Like, how many kids you want? And what
the limit's over?
How many? It's depending on how many children, and what's the like limit of children you want, and what's the gender?
Alright, let me go pee real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Listen. I get asked this question, so I'm about to hit you with the same questions I told
Right.
like a female I talked to.
Hmm.
I was like, hey, she asked me this question.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I don't mind having kids. She's like, how many you want? I was like, it honestly depends on, excuse me, on the female with how many she want, because I would like to have either a boy first or a girl first, because instantly they're getting both the same training. If I have a boy first, you're gonna look after your older sister, always protect them, show them right, because they look up to you. You are an influence just as much as I'm the biggest influence because I'm your father. I'm your blood. You're the oldest sibling. They're gonna look at you because you was here first before them. Whatever your actions do will affect them in certain ways. And I don't mean to put that much pressure on you, but I just need you to understand just how life it is. But when I also have a girl, she's gonna be taught the same thing too.
So if you
I'm gonna tell her,
because right now you preaching hypotheticals, you ain't answering the question. It's hypotheticals. So the thing is, how many kids and what gender? Like you gotta
kids,
give me a definitive
gender.
answer.
Okay, if I had I would like to have a boy, but I know I'm not having a girl, so girl.
Okay.
And why I say that? It's a history line. I already know. My mom had 3 girls, had 1 boy, me. My dad had all boys, starting with me. he had me, 2 twin boys. You think I ain't about to have no girls? He must be like, so straight up, being honest.
So you think it's just because your family had that? Is that what you think? Because if your family has a girl, you think you have a girl?
Yeah. That's truth. Honest God darn truth.
So then how many? Like, how many you think that you want? Not what you think you're gonna
honestly,
get. How many?
No. Honestly, if I had to say, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up having like 4 kids.
4?
4, yeah. Yeah. Look, 4 to 2. Yeah.
Protect the biohazard container.
But honestly, when I say 4 as in when I know I done got everything I wanted in my life, as is settling down, having money to provide for my family, having everything for my kids to be able to go to school and do everything they can, being financially and physically stable. That's what I would want to have. 4 kids, but two at the most. Just starting off, just 2.
So you saying your success measures how many kids you have? That's what you're saying.
Yes. I would love to have my own family.
Right.
Like, cause I mean, my aunt and them, she got 3 boys. My mom and them 4 kids. My dad and them 4 kids. Right. Like, even though just like 4 is just a magic number, I would like to have 4 and maybe more. But once I'm in, like, I know I'm in success, I'm good, and I can sit back, relax, and start a family, let them have life and learn. I'm gonna feel at ease. I'm gonna feel as I want to be. But till then, I also gotta realize about generation, the learning, and I do realize I'm gonna have to be giving off some serious teaching.
Some serious teaching. Yeah, you gotta be a parent. That's how it's gonna be.
Now I'm gonna have to. I need them to not be fooled by this government and none of this stuff. I need them to be as smart as I was and as I am right now, from a kid to on up, because I need them just to understand just how serious your life, as you can have a life and as quickly as it can be taken.
Right. Okay.
I need them to be as street smart and book smart as I was. I need you to know how to use your words correctly and know when to say and when not to say. Speak when spoken to, and use your manners when you need to.
Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna give a different dynamic, alright? Because y'all both are gonna be talking from the standpoint of having siblings, which I ain't never had that. So for me,
right.
So for me, the thing is with siblings, and I'm gonna answer my own question. So I would want to have some kids, hopefully some boys, maybe
Hopefully.
probably two max. Honestly, that's just how I feel. But the thing is with that is that I feel like having multiple kids is a good thing and a bad thing. Because sometimes it's like I got a friend right now that feels like their mom and their dad don't seem like they love them more than the other. You know what I mean?
Oh, favoritism.
Yeah, favoritism.
That's
so like,
crazy.
so the thing is,
same thing happens.
Yeah, same thing happens. So then it's almost like maybe I feel like it's more pressure for the parent to take hold of their children and make sure they all know how great they are.
One friendly operator
But at
remaining.
the same time, would you want your kid to even have that question? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's my point of view on it. Because I honestly, as an only child, things were lonely. Things
Op
were
4, last stop
lonely
standing.
until you get friends. Things were fucking lonely. As soon as you get friends, you feel like they're your siblings anyway. So what you think about that, though? You think that you should have more children or you should have less?
Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
Damn. Only because finally, I'm gonna answer your question, but I gotta answer with my other stuff because I've actually been through that favoritism and the parent taking up for the other person's side when they're the wrong.
Yeah.
But you're some odd reason you're always seem to be wrong and they just always seem to be right.
Right.
I've been through that. I've still kind of am going through that. But became, grown, do my own stuff, so it don't really matter to me. Talk to my other siblings. It's not even their fault. It's kind of like, hey, look, it happened, it happens. I'm like, look, it is what it is. I ain't blaming on you. To each his own. But like I always told my mom and dad, I will always and try. I wouldn't ever say always. I will be better than both of you. I told my dad, I was like, I will be better than you. You never was in my life. I never expected you to be. Even in times when people can be like, I'll get my dad. I don't even care if my dad was in it. I knew how to handle a situation on my own. I told my father I would be better than him because that's all I can be. I told my mom I will be better than you and actually do much better in teaching versus the way how she kind of raised me growing up. And she was like, that's all you can be. All you can do is learn from my experiences of having kids and,
Well done.
having you and everything and stuff and just trying to be better. She's like, that's all I want for you to do is be better. You're supposed to be better. Better. Like all my kids I have, you're all supposed to be better. I expect nothing less from none of y'all.
Proceed to the biohazard container and secure it.
Right. But then, honestly, I would still want my 4 to 2 kids, honestly, because I wouldn't show no type of love. Like they will all get that same type of love.
So you're saying that you rather have your kids be able to have those questions, like I said, have those type of questions to think about, or be a little bit of both. Because for an only child, you're always gonna be the loner in a sense. But for a person that has siblings, it's always gonna be like, okay, I have this person that depends on like this person depends on, if that's possible. More than one kid, have them have that question, like, does dad love me more, or does mom love me more, like essentially.
Friendly, last operator standing.
Okay.
True to that.
Eliminated.
I want them to always have questions. I want them to never be afraid to feel like they wouldn't, like, I just don't ever want them to feel like I don't want to ask my dad these questions because he might feel a certain way. He might not understand because I'm always understand because I was a kid myself too. You have to realize because I am an adult and you see me as an adult does not mean I did not start off as a kid. I want you to understand, like, when I, like, if you need to talk to me, express yourself, don't ever be afraid to talk to me, because that's what be the main problem with parents now, that they don't talk to their kids, and their kids get closed mouth and don't want to talk to them, and then when they get older and want to start asking questions like, well, what's wrong? They don't know, or they don't want to talk to them because it's like, well, why listen now? You never listened to me on my other point of me life growing up. It's like, why would you care now? What's the change of heart? I don't ever want my kids to feel like they can never talk to me about nothing. It would just make me feel like I'm not doing my job as a parent.
Right.
And that's the gosh darn truth.
True. I feel like I'll probably be more scared of those questions, because I would never want, like, it would hurt me as a parent. You feel me? Like if any of my kids was like, yeah, I don't think you love me as much, man, that would be so painful. You understand how bad that would hurt, even though you know that you care about them.
You love them.
Yeah, even though you know, but to have that question and that mindset in your own kid,
like,
that's, man.
What makes you feel that way? Like,
exactly.
Like, and then they explaining like it would scare me, but I would still want them to ask.
Yeah, of course, I would still.
And
want
I would explain to them, and
rather than go to somebody else.
Yes, it would scare me, but I would rather send them to ask me, because then it would bring my question of what makes you feel that way. If it was for them to be like, well, it's the way that you punish me, and it would be like, well, it'd be like, well, you punish me for when I do wrong,
right,
and stuff, but then it'd be like something else, and then it's like I just don't understand it, and I would have to explain to them, like, there's rules, understandings, there's things you do and things you don't do. I will always be on your side as a parent, even when you wrong, like when you wrong and you're wrong, you know you're wrong, you'll be disciplined. But when you wrong, but I know in your heart you truly did not mean it, you still have to be disciplined, but I will always have your back. But you must also understand doing wrong and also not listening to the rules do come with consequences. Consequences causes your ass whooped.
right.
And you have to understand that whole I'm doing this because I love you, it's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. But the truth of the matter is, yes.
So true. It's so true.
It's gonna hurt me more than it hurt you, because I have to do this, because I have to let you understand that your actions will get you in trouble, because I don't want you ever walking out in this world thinking you can be freely and something happened to you because of you said something wrong, thinking, oh, it was okay and fine, because you never got whooped for it. I need you to understand your wording. I need you to understand everything. This is why I say I'm going to teach them as much as I can when they go out to the real world, because I'm just glad that I learned at a very, very young age that I did, so I knew my place is the same thing. But sometimes I did slip up and still said wrong places at the wrong thing at the wrong time at the wrong places. But yeah, but like I will understand, like, nah, I love you dearly. If I didn't love you, why would you be here on this earth? If I did not care or love you, why do I buy you clothes, buy you shoes, take you to school to make sure you got an education, make sure you get up every day, make sure you're nice, groomed up, prepared for the world? If I did not love you, I would not give that much effort, wouldn't give a try, wouldn't even try, wouldn't come in here, kiss on your forehead, good night, I love you, see you in the morning. If I did not ever care, I would never show you these affections. And this is what I want my kids to understand.
Yeah, definitely. Sure.
Yeah.
Everybody wants
but it would hurt me, and I'm pretty sure I would go to, if I'm married, not married, and just be like, you know, she or he asks me, do I not love them? And honestly, I would be like, is it because do they not feel like I don't understand? Do they feel like you understand them more than I do? Or is it because I'm always working and gone, so when they do want to try to talk to me, I'm not around at the right moment?
I feel like you're gonna be in that situation where it's gonna be like that.
I feel like it will. No, I feel like I will be there.
Right.
Because There was times when I mean, I had people that was there. I mainly had my older sister that was there for me. So she was always there, had my back, did everything, put clothes on my back, fed me, like
Yeah, for
taught
sure.
me how to do everything. So it kind of taught me it was like be there, because when that person that you expect to be in your life is not in your life, you will feel the neglect, and you will start to feel like they're not really doing their part as a parent, and it don't take long for you to catch on and be like, you know what, I can just tell you just don't want to be bothered,
Right.
and it seems like you're busy. I'll talk to you when you're not doing what you're doing, and come back. It took a minute for my mom to really kind of like it took for me to become like older for me to actually like force my mom. I was like, no, sit down, let's talk.
Right.
I need you to listen to me instead of always blowing me off.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you do